What's going on, my Goombas? Good morning. The one and only Mike Mangano coming at you in one of my amazing, awesome, and freedom-loving videos. And I have my black, no sugar, no cream, no nothing, steaming, piping hot coffee from Mickey D's. Oh, you better be careful if you buy something at Mickey D's. You never know what they might say or what they support, right? But you know what? That's my choice. I'm going to go there and buy a coffee. And that's how that's going to go. How about I don't care? I'm just going to buy... I want to buy a coffee. You see? You see where I'm getting at? Well, I just want to give a shout out to all of my Goombas because all of you are amazing. And you know what? My family and I are going to continue to show the rice balls of freedom that we have. We're going to continue to stand. We're going to continue to go to work. We're going to continue to have rice balls of steel. You know? Which actually for a lot of people, it's actually a turn on. You know, you got to have guts. You got to stand up, you know? And so, if you haven't already, I wanted to do a video about this real quick. If you haven't already seen, I was in Lebtown. They reached out to me, but I honestly didn't have a chance to respond. But really, what was I going to say, versus what I'm already saying already? So I didn't respond. I just been so busy, honestly. And, they were saying in the article, you could see it again, it's Lebtown, how Carnes started it, and then Stouffer's at Kissel Hill, and then Giant. Oh, they're not carrying my Goomba sauce anymore. Oh, I could just cry. Oh, what am I going to do? How am I going to pay my bills and make a living? Oh. Little bitches. This is why it's very, very important to have your finances in order. What might that look like from the sauce fella? Well, I'm not your average American. Well, what does that mean? Well, I have no mortgage. I have no credit card debt. I own my vehicle outright. Like, basically, absolute worst case scenario, I can work for freaking McDonald's, for Burger King, for a pizzeria. I already work for my, my mom's business, Taste of Sicily. Like, I don't have to make hardly any money. See, I learned from my grandparents about my finances, right? And once I divorced the ex, then it got real easy because, she was always spending money we didn't have. So, see, now I control my finances. And I really don't have to make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? You see? And I got a wad full of cash. See that? Ah, yes. Oh, it smells so good. Ah. Anyway, I got to laugh at these grocery stores. They talk about the principles that they have. Oh, we accept everybody. Everybody's included or inclusive or whatever the hell word they use. And, so except if you have a differing belief or a conviction or an opinion, then they want to cut you out, which really, I don't care. I don't care, I live life on my terms. And I don't get into debt with these lending institutions. I mean, can you imagine how I would not be able to share with the world what I believe, my spiritual beliefs, my convictions, my opinions, if I would be in major debt like your average American. I mean, think about it. Think about it. If you have a mortgage, which I don't, if you have a car payment, which I don't, if you have credit card payments, which I don't, you cannot say what you want, most likely, or do what you want to do, because you might lose your job. You might lose your high-paying job, right? But see, this is why you got to operate the way that I do, so you don't, so that you're not somebody's little bitch that, oh, you can't say this, you can't say that, because they might fire you. I tell you a little secret. About a week or two ago, somebody started a fake Gumba's Facebook page. Some of you might remember it. It was called The Real Gumba Sauce. And this little prick, he made up this Facebook, and he had a fake, Facebook profile account. He was trying to make me look really bad. Well, listen. He didn't know the people that I know. So we found out his fake Facebook account. We found out his real name. We got his cell phone number. All the information. My inside guy said, when we're through with this guy, we will find out what hospital he was born in. So, I gave the guy a chance. After I blew him up on Facebook, right? I said, listen, and I won't even say his name. I said, listen, so-and-so, I'm going to give you one opportunity to apologize to me, and then I won't call the police, and I have screenshots of everything, right? And he apologized, and he took everything down. Oh, and also, my inside guy is like this with the vice president of the company that he works for. See, you got to understand, when people come after me, like, we know people. We know very good people with integrity that are here to help us when people want to come at me. We're not going to let them get away with it. So, you realize that my inside guy called me and he said, hey, Mike, hey, yeah, I said, what's up? So listen, this guy is going to lose his job. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I talked to my friend who's the vice president, and the guy's going to lose his job because they have a policy that whether you're on your own time or on company time, you just can't do that kind of stuff. And me being the nice guy that I am, I said, whoa. I said, wait a minute, whoa. Listen, I don't want the guy to lose his job. I just wanted to send him a message to not mess with me, because we are good people and we're not doing anything wrong. But what he did was wrong. So I don't want him to lose his job. So make sure you call the VP back. And I don't want the guy to get fired. I mean, come on. So my friend had a lot of respect for me because I told him I did not want the guy to lose his job. What's my point? Why did I share that with all of my Goombas? Because when you work for certain people, or when you have like a lot of debt, you can't say what you want to say. You can't really do what you want to do. It's almost like you're a prisoner without being a prisoner. You understand? You catch what I'm saying, right? So what I'm saying is that I don't give a damn what kind of hissy fit Carnes has. I don't give a damn what kind of hissy fit Stouffer's a Kissel Hill has, which, by the way, I know Paul Stouffer. He no longer works for the company. He's like retired. But those people who started Stouffer's at Kissel Hill are very conservative, quote unquote, supposed to be conservative, like biblical principled people. And so what they decided to do in taking my Goombas off the shelf, ought to be ashamed of yourself. And then you have Giant Foods. They're not even American owned. It's Giant, what is it? They're owned by Ahold Delhaize. They are a Dutch company or a Switzerland or whatever. They're not even American owned. And I never like dealing with them anyway because they're not really small business friendly anyway. They're just not. They're not. You know, and believe me, I could tell you stories. I dealt with them. Just because I was in all the Giants. Hold on a second here. Doesn't mean that I was making all this money because they are a brutal company. I could tell you stories about the slotting fees that they charge and all that stuff. Like, they're not small business friendly. They're just not. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on a second here. Now I can't find... Hold on a second here. So, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm going to say what I'm going to say within the confines of the law. I'm going to do what I'm going to do within the confines of the law. I don't have anything against anybody in the LGBTQ community. All I'm saying is that when this tyrannical governor and Richard Levine decided to come after me and my family's business, I'm not going to put up with that. I'm not going to put up with that. And if I decide to call him Richard, which is who God made him, that's the way it's gonna be. And that's it. That is it. This is my God-given, unalienable right to speak the truth, which is backed even by the Constitution of the United States, your First Amendment right. And I don't give a damn who takes my high-quality product off the shelf. I don't give a damn. How's that, suckers? How's that, you communist, socialist, grocery store owners? I don't give a damn. You can take your ideology of what you believe, that people like me are not entitled to what I believe or to my opinion. Go screw yourself. Go F yourself. Yeah, I said it. You don't like it? Screw you. Huh. They don't realize how much of a liability they really are. You know, the corporate arena. Like Ahold, Giant Foods. Up in Carlisle, the Crystal Palace, as they call it. Oh, they're going to put me in my place. They're going to take my product out the store. Like I give a crap. Like I give a flying crap. My sales are still excellent. I got more people picking us up. Screw you. Who do you think that you are? This is America. That's where we're at. This is not Europe. This is not a socialistic, full-blown country. Who do you think you are? And then Carnes, they started this whole thing off because they have a family member that's a transgender. Like, really? Really? Like, grow a pair of balls. You gotta be kidding me. Ain't got no backbone. They were offended. Oh my gosh. So offended like a bunch of little girls. It's a joke. That's what it is. I gotta sneeze here. Hold on a second. We already have customers waiting at Taste of Sicily. You believe that? All right, so how do I want to finish this video? You know, a lot of men today, they just don't have no rice balls. They just don't have no rice balls. And you know what? They bow down to the almighty dollar. They compromise their conviction. They compromise their ideology. Like if it's a good, honest, and upright ideology, right? Basically, they're a sellout. That's what they are. They're a sellout. You know? And you want to know something? I don't want to do business with any sellouts. Nope. To me, it's about principle. It's bigger than money. You understand? It's bigger than money. It's bigger than money. It is about principle. That's what it's about. So, if you haven't heard it from me before, Carnes Foods can stick it where the sun don't shine. And I don't care. Stouffer's and Kissel Hill, they can stick it. And Giant Foods, which is not even American owned, they can stick it too. I don't care. Don't you understand? I don't care. Don't you understand that it's bigger than money? Don't you understand? Don't you understand what I'm saying? Don't you understand it's about principle? It's about being able to speak the truth, right? It's about our civil liberties and our freedom. Don't you understand how big this is? Don't you understand? I do. And I am not a sellout. I am not a sellout. I'm going to remain true to myself and true to my convictions. And I don't care if I lose some business here and there. I don't care. And that's it. That's all. But I gotta say, it's really nice not dealing with Giant. Man, they were not small business friendly. Do you know a lot of those aisles that are in there? Do you realize the companies that they actually pay to play? Man, it's like they pay for shelf space. I would never do that. I would never do that. Early in my career, you know, doing the sauce, I gave out very little money because I never believed in it. Our whole Giant, man, they are big on that. They are big on that. Like literally, Frito-Lay. See, now I'm gonna spill the beans because I don't care. Because if they're gonna do this to me, I'll just continue to spout the truth. You know, Frito-Lay and these big companies, why do you think they have the placement that they have in those stores? Man, they're paying big money. They're paying big money. Money that small businesses could never afford. Never. They can never afford. Right? So they're not small business friendly. And I can tell you story after story after story about companies that paid for slotting fees and their product never even sold. And you know what happened to them? They actually lost their shelf space because at the end of the day, their product didn't sell. Because at the end of the day, your product has to sell, which mine did. And they paid all that slotting fee money for nothing. For nothing. I'm telling you, I got a lot of stories. These stores that did this to me was kind of stupid and foolish because I like to talk. I'm going to talk. And I'm not afraid to talk. Right? See, I'm kind of like Donald Trump. I am not beholden to anybody. I'm not owned by a guy by the name of George Soros, right? Nobody pays me money to to do their bidding. I'm a free, gun-loving, freedom-fighting American for every American that's out there, for all of my my fellow citizens. Even if you're a homosexual, if you're gay, transgender, I'm fighting for you too. What's really interesting here is the sheep and the people that complained about me to Stouffer's at Kissel Hill and Giant Foods. They actually ruined it for themselves because they don't realize it. I'm actually fighting for them too. So what did they gain by having my product removed from the shelf? Like, that's kind of like, that is anti-productive. It doesn't make any sense, I'm waiting for my salsa to come order first time. Thank you, Serena. Appreciate that. Let me see here. Giant push Gander Mountain out by going to the leaseholder and offering double the lease. How can one compete? Right. I heard about that. Yep. You will gain more in the long run standing up for what you believe in and for being honest. Yeah, thank you, Ellen. I appreciate that. The bottom line is that if you want to truly be free, because a lot of people talk a good game about freedom, here's where the freedom really lies. You got to do yourself a favor, my Goombas, and get yourself the book by MJ DeMarco. It's called Unscripted. Again, MJ DeMarco, and it's called Unscripted. It's a very, very good book. Don't you know that the modern day slaves, they're not in chains, they're in debt. So the average American can't say what they want to say. Why not? Well, because they'll lose their job. Well, why does it matter? Because, well, it does matter because they need their job. And you can't lose your job, or you don't want to lose your high-paying job, right? If you have credit card debt, which I do not have. If you have a car payment, which I do not have. If you have a mortgage, which I do not have. So whether I help out my family at Taste of Sicily, or I work for McDonald's, or I pull weeds, like I have no debt. See? Let me help you, my Goombas. Allow me to impart truth and wisdom into your life. If you don't have any debt whatsoever, which I do not, I don't give a flying F who doesn't want to buy or not buy my product as far as I'm concerned within a grocery store. That's the nicest place to be. So that means whether I sell 1,000 cases or I only sell 50 cases, it doesn't matter because I don't have any debt. That's another reason, again, I bring this up as a lesson, not because I'm bitter or angry. That's another reason why it was awesome to divorce my ex-wife. She was spending money that we didn't have, racking up all that debt. And you know, you don't want a wife like that. What are you, crazy? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I actually have cash in my pocket. Right? Because I have no debt. So, take a lesson from the sauce fella. Get out of debt. Pay off all your bills as fast as you can. And, you know, don't carry any debt. Because, what was it? A long time ago. When I used to sell cars, I heard of a manager in sales. And this is what he said. He goes, somebody just bought a brand new motorcycle. Oh, yeah, bought a brand new motorcycle. I don't know. This thing was like $12,000, $15,000. You know what the manager said? The manager goes, good move for sales, because now the guy actually has to work very, very hard because he has a motorcycle payment. You see? You see? For me, I got a different mentality. Whether I have a good day in sales or a bad day in sales, it doesn't matter. And I could go get a part-time job. I work for my family at Taste of Sicily part-time. I don't have to make a lot of money. And that's why if you're in that position, it's like that song goes. It's your thing. Ow. Do what you want to do. You see what I'm saying? You see? I have no debt either. Credit cards are a trap. Yes, they are. Is there any place close to Robizonia or Wilmersdorf that I can buy it? I will post my online website here on this thread, Elizabeth, just so you know. But you see what I'm saying, my Goombas? Do you catch my drift? You catch my drift? See, this is why certain politicians, this is why they are bought. Even some of these politicians are not free. Why? Well, because of who gives them money. It's the same thing. You know, then they try to pass laws and different things that benefit those corporations or companies, because who gave to their campaign, right? You see, this is the world of politics. This is why all the more we have to have politicians that are not bought. Like, in my opinion, a Donald Trump. And he is not a globalist either. That's another thing. Ronald Reagan, I believe, was the last non-globalist until Donald Trump. As far as I know. So the globalists are not happy with Donald Trump. That's another reason why they're trying to, mess things up. Because, Donald Trump is not a globalist. He tells it how it is, and he doesn't give an F. And that's it. That's the type of guy you want to have in. You don't want to have this guy Biden in, who had these ties with China. Him and his son. Come on, man. For real? Like, wake up, people. Wake up. On a good note, everybody's waking up. Everybody is waking up. Absolutely. You know? So, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I don't give a damn about these stores kicking me out. Listen, don't you understand that there's like literally hundreds of thousands of millions of locations out there that are the potential to be carrying my amazing Goomba's products, right? So I am not that guy that is going to remain silent about the truth. It's about, at the end of the day, and then I'm going to let you go, my Goombas, it is about our civil liberty. It is about our freedom. And I am not going to take the payoff. I am not going to take the payoff. I'm standing up for myself, for my children, for my grandchild, and for every other American out there, whatever color you are, or whatever other sexual lifestyle you're into. It doesn't matter to me. But you're not going to muzzle me. I'm going to tell it how it is, and if you don't like it, I don't give a damn. And isn't that the beauty of what our country stands for? Right? Quite frankly, that's the type of mentality of the politicians that you want to get in to those powerful political positions. Those are the guys that you want in there, the guys and the girls. The ideology that you want to stick to our unalienable God-given rights, given to us first by God, which are supported by the U.S. Constitution. Because understand, it's really God even above the Constitution. Yes, we are a country of laws. We understand that. But we are free to live our life with the convictions that we have, so long as we don't infringe on the rights of others. And that's where I'm going to end it. Right there. But understand, I really don't give a damn what Carnes did. Ooh, they took my product off the shelf. So what? So? Big deal. Stouffer's at Kissel Hill. They did the same thing. I don't give a damn. And now I will come at them because they're quote unquote the American company that talk about or live out biblical principles and convictions. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. Tell me another one. And then you have Giant Foods, Ahold Delhaize. They're not even an American company. Making a shit ton of money charging people for slotting fees every year. Every year. Oh, big money. Big money. Oh, yeah. It's pay to play. Pay to play. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to hit me up, because I know a lot of things and I ain't afraid to talk. With that said, I'll see you in the next video, my Goombas. Remember, if you need my Goombas products, you can go to thesaucefella.com, www.thesaucefella.com. Click on order today. Now, I am out of the salsa now, I think, at my fulfillment center, but we got plenty of sauce. But it's exciting times, my Goombas. And I'm not going to be that pushover, and I'm not going to be that sellout, right? As best I can, I'm going to stand up for our freedoms as free Americans, regardless of what the stores do. I don't care. All right, so with that said, I got people messaging me like crazy while I'm doing this video. All right, my Goombas, I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, with this video, feel free to share. Because I ain't got nothing to hide. Nothing at all. And enjoy your freedoms. And if you have a business, open up 100% to 100% capacity, just like Taste of Sicily. See you in the next video, my Goombas. Arrivederci.